Proposal evaluators can spot AI speak from a mile away. During this session, we'll discuss the pitfalls of AI speak, show you how to identify it in your proposals, and provide practical methods to transform it into higher scoring, customer-focused writing. AI speak is one of 4 major risks associated with using AI responsibly. The others are security, hallucination, and bias. We'll discuss these risks in articles on the Lohfeld Consulting website. We've also created a free white paper detailing which tasks should be handled by humans and which can be supported by AI. You'll find a QR code at the end of our presentation to download your copy. Welcome. I'm Beth Wingate, APMP Fellow and CEO of Lohfeld Consulting Group. I'm joined by my colleague, Brenda Crist, also an APMP Fellow and Vice President of Lohfeld Consulting. Brenda holds APMP Professional Certification and teaches a number of Lohfeld Consulting classes. We each have over 30 years of experience in bid and proposal management and writing, and we both use AI in our daily work. If you have any questions about AI in bids and proposals and how to maximize your implementation, please contact us. Let's get started with a quick poll. How often do you use AI tools for proposals, such as finding or writing content, developing graphics, or creating presentations or marketing materials? A, we use it for every proposal. B, we use it about half the time. C, we use it occasionally. I wish. D, our company hasn't started or won't allow it. Typically, we're all over the board here in terms of AI usage. Well, Brenda and I are going to share some thoughts on how to develop the most effective, authentic, and high-scoring content using AI tools. Brenda, over to you to tell us what AI speak is.
Let me start this presentation with a story. I teach Lohfeld Consulting's Modern Proposal Writing class. During the class, we ask students to write a brief technical response, given a case study that contains the customer background information, RFP requirements, and evaluation criteria. We break the class into small teams of 3 or 4 to tackle the requirement, asking them to use creativity and ingenuity to draft the highest scoring response. About 2 years ago, some groups began using AI tools to generate answers, while others brainstormed and wrote their own responses. What we found is that teams that drafted their assignments without the help of AI created proposal text that had stronger customer focus, responsiveness, and discriminators. On the other hand, some students just put the materials into the AI tool and generated the response, which usually turned out to be well-written text, but lacked customer focus, innovation, and substantiation in comparison to those written from scratch. We found this to be an interesting phenomenon repeated time after time. As a caveat to the story, teams producing great content usually had some experienced proposal writer, and the team relying on AI were usually SMEs with less proposal writing experience. At Lohfeld Consulting, we started to coin the term AI speak for responses written primarily using AI tools. On August 13, 2025, Lohfeld Consulting wrote a blog called Spotting AI Speak in Proposals and Why It Matters, which got the highest number of impressions and engagements of any article written that year. Here's one of the comments we received on that blog. This is exactly it. Too many proposal teams think GenAI will write the bid for them, and what comes out is vague, generic AI speak that evaluators will dismiss straight away. AI can't replace the hard yards of compliance checks, storyboarding, and SME input. If you can't map every sentence back to the requirement or an evaluator's scoring sheet, you're just filling space and losing points. GenAI is a great tool, not a shortcut. So let's do a quick audience poll. Have you spotted AI speak in a proposal? And who's accidentally written AI speak? So let's just think about those answers, okay? I'd like to start with the case study right now. To begin the AI speak journey, let's start with a simple requirement we can all understand. Here's the prompt. We're requesting a bid and proposal company to provide information about a proposal tool used for the following requirements. First one is core functional requirements. We want to procure an AI tool that can support natural language processing, understand and generate proposal content, summarize RFPs, and extract key requirements. Next, we want that tool to provide automatic content generation. We want it to draft responses to RFP questions, create executive summaries, and compliance matrices. Third, we want it to process technical requirements. We want to integrate CRM and ERP and document management systems and contain it in a cloud-based infrastructure. Fourth, we want to ensure data security and compliance. We want a zero trust architecture compliant with integration with less than 10 hours of required configuration time. We also want encryption, strong encryption, and audit trails to protect sensitive data. Fifth, we want performance expectations met. We want to reduce proposal turnaround time by 20%, improve proposal scores by 15%, reduce proposal development costs by 15% on the average proposal at least. Okay, and finally, we want it to help support popular use cases. We want it to manage proposal libraries and boilerplate content and generate draft executive summaries. Now I'll feed these requirements into the AI tool and ask it to give me a 4-sentence response about what kind of tool it can provide for us. So here is what I got. So Beth, let's talk about why AI speak is such a problem.
What's wrong with this example that Brenda's AI generated? Holy cow, I have no idea what it's trying to communicate. In fact, as Brenda and I were developing this presentation, I quickly dropped this paragraph into my private ChatGPT and told it to rewrite this into 8th grade language so I could understand what I was dealing with. Okay, literally 2 seconds in ChatGPT to understand the meaning. It's about the same number of words as the previous slide, but I can actually understand them at a quick glance. Of course, both examples need metrics and proof points, but which would you rather read as an evaluator? So besides being incomprehensible at a glance, what else is wrong with this AI-generated proposal content? First, there are so many buzzwords without meaning in red. It's packed with trendy, inflated terms like revolutionizes, cognitive automation, contextual intelligence, and my favorite, hyper-collaborative cloud enablement. These words sound impressive, but tell the reader nothing about what the product actually does. In blue, there's no clear customer benefit. The passage never answers the question, why does this matter to me? Or as I like to say, so what? There's no mention of how the system helps proposal teams write faster, improve compliance, or win more bids. Evaluators want outcomes, not marketing jargon. Third, there's no evidence or quantification in green. It makes big claims such as unparalleled agility and quantum leap in proposal velocity, but it provides no data, metrics, or examples to support them. Without proof, these statements are meaningless. They're fluff. Fourth, it's overly abstract and impersonal in purple. It describes features as though they exist in a vacuum, defining the future of intelligent proposal management. Can you say marketing baloney? Fifth, the writing is flat and bloated. Every sentence is long, formal, and packed with modifiers. Sentence length only differs by 1 or 2 words. There's no variation or conversational tone. It sounds robotic and exhausting to read aloud. Finally, there's no link to RFP requirements. It doesn't tie back to any customer requirement, acceptable quality level, or evaluation factor. A real proposal must demonstrate compliance and strengths. This fails to do either. Here are some other issues with AI-generated text. Lack of depth. AI often delivers surface-level summaries rather than original insight. It can restate information without analyzing causes, consequences, or context. The result sounds knowledgeable but empty. Shallow customization. AI can rarely explain why you selected the approach, how to do the job, and the inherent risks in the solution, which involves teamwork and communication. Over-explaining basics. AI sometimes assumes the reader knows nothing, leading to lengthy explanations of simple terms or concepts your audience already understands. This slows down professional writing, irritates the experts, and wastes page real estate. Flat tone and rhythm. AI writing can feel monotonous, as sentences are often uniform in length and structure with little variation or energy. It lacks the natural rhythm of human speak or writing, making it hard to stay engaged. Overly formal language. AI leans towards overly polite or bureaucratic phrasing, favoring business speak over authentic voice. It avoids contractions and uses filler words like in order to, utilize, or leverage. And hallucinations. AI can present incorrect answers and information that appears authoritative at first glance, but upon closer review, those responses can be completely incorrect or full of baseless assumptions.
Let's take a look at a few examples. And they're over-explaining, flat tone and rhythm, and overly formal language. Okay, let's talk about over-explaining. This audience already knows the definition and purpose of an RFP, so the definition wasn't necessary. Flat tone and rhythm. Each sentence is grammatically acceptable, but rhythmically dull with no variation, flow, or momentum. Overly formal language. A human would likely say, we'll work together using a clear path to get results. Pretty simple. Now, AI speak also kills credibility. AI-generated language often sounds generic, vague, or overly polished. When evaluators see phrases like industry-leading solutions or robust methodologies without proof, they sense fluff instead of substance. The proposal loses the appearance of technical authority and realism. It also destroys trust. Evaluators want to feel the proposal team understands the requirement and has done similar work before. AI speak sounds detached and impersonal. It can feel like the writer doesn't understand the mission or customer. That disconnect erodes trust and makes evaluators question whether the offer can perform. It also decreases evaluation scores. Evaluation teams score based on evidence of strengths. AI speak often misses these, substituting vague benefits for measurable outcomes. If evaluators can't clearly link your response to the RFP requirements, they can't assign points, even if your company is capable of doing the work. So, the bottom line is AI speak sounds safe and sophisticated, but lacks proof, personality, and precision, which makes it hard for proposal evaluators to award your proposal the strengths that it deserves.
Here's a quick quiz to see if you can spot AI speak. Our cutting-edge, results-driven team leverages industry best practices to deliver innovative, mission-focused solutions that exceed customer ABC's AQLs. Is this AI speak or not? Yes, this is AI speak. Look at the use of buzzwords and the lack of beneficial outcomes for the customer. Show me the metrics. All right, another quiz. Table 1 illustrates our resource-loaded legacy data transformation schedule, which cuts processing time by 40%, a schedule proven to complete your agency's ABC program in a similar time frame. Is this AI speak or not? No, this isn't AI speak, even though it uses an M dash. And I love M dashes. I'm really sorry that AI is full of those. It draws the reader's attention to a detailed resource-loaded schedule, and the author substantiates its authenticity with a proof point from a similar program for that customer. Last quiz, AI speak or not? Our ABC program management approach integrates our proven methodologies, proactive risk mitigation, and continuous stakeholder engagement with agency officials to ensure on-time, on-budget delivery. Yes, this is an example of AI speak. It lacks evidence. There's no examples, data, results, specificity, which methodologies, which stakeholders, and an authentic tone. It reads like a template anyone could write. Before we continue, I want to add that AI is a great tool and isn't the enemy, but misuse of AI is the enemy of winning proposals.
Okay, let's stop AI speak now. Here are 8 ways to stop AI speak. Improved AI prompt quality. Write prompts that give AI a clear role, audience, tone, and data to use. The better your input, the more authentic and targeted your output. 2. Cross-check RFP responsiveness. Compare every paragraph to the solicitation requirements. If a sentence doesn't directly answer a shall, must, or will, it's probably filler or fluff. 3. Eliminate filler. Delete vague terms like cutting edge, best in class, or robust solution. Replace them with measurable facts, results, or examples that evaluators can score. 4. Take the read out loud test. Read your section out loud. If it sounds stiff, repetitive, or robotic, it's AI speak. Human writing has rhythm, natural pauses, and emotional emphasis. 5. Add human fingerprints. Insert real project stories, lessons learned, metrics, or quotes from SMEs. Authentic details show ownership and credibility that AI alone can't replicate. 6. Vary sentence structure. Mix short, punchy statements with longer, complex ones. This creates flow and energy, something AI often misses with its uniform sentence patterns. 7. Conduct a strength-based review. Evaluate whether each evaluated section highlights a clear strength linked to customer benefits, which are discriminators for your company. And 8. Verify there are no hallucinations. Verify the source of all content derived from AI to ensure its veracity.
Here are some use cases and tactics to improve your prompt or your agent quality. Define the role AI is playing and who your audience is. Tell the AI who it is and who it's writing for. For example, you're a senior proposal manager writing for HHS CMS federal evaluators who are technical experts in Medicare fraud, waste, and abuse. Use professional but plain language suitable for acquisition reviewers. The details you provide will help prevent AI from defaulting to cliches. 2. Support with verified data and evidence. AI writes vague text when it lacks facts, just like human proposal writers. Feed it metrics, project results, CPARs, and customer quotes. These facts will ground the proposal text with evidence and eliminate fluffy filler. 3. Define the tone and voice you want to use in the proposal to the greatest extent possible. Point AI to specific documents or websites to give it context. The correct tone and voice will increase evaluator trust in your proposal. For example, when I'm using AI to generate text for me, I point it to our website and our 9 books, as I wrote or edited much of that content, so the AI has really good examples of my writing style. 4. Keep prompts task-focused. Give the AI model an action, not just a topic. For example, summarize how our risk management approach exceeds RFP requirements tied to customer benefits. This action will keep the focus on what matters to evaluators. 5. Give do not rules. Tell the AI what not to do. For example, avoid generic phrases like cutting edge, best in class, and innovative. Use clear, specific examples instead and eliminate fluff. This prompt will block AI cliches before they appear. Take a look at the Lohfeld 100 Words That Kill Your Proposals related articles. I know several people, including me, that have added the 100 forbidden words into their negative guidance. 6. Frame through strengths. Ask AI to help generate a strength by giving it the formula and data needed to develop the strength. This prompt will replace vague claims with scoring content that evaluators value. 7. Adjust and iterate for improvement. Treat prompting as a dialogue, not a one-shot deal. If you don't like what you received, continue prompting to improve it. Your continuous feedback sharpens the writing and strips away AI's speak tone. I also use several private models. If I don't like the content one model produces, I copy my prompt or my agent over to another model and see what it can do. Sometimes I'll drop in content generated from several models and ask a model to generate content based on that previous content. And then I take that final content, if I like it, and rework it by hand. Finally, 8, verbalize sampling. Use a technique from Stanford, Northeastern, and West Virginia University researchers called verbalize sampling. Let's take a look at that on the next slide. Here's the challenge. Training AI systems to be safe and reliable often dulls their creativity, leading to repetitive, predictable answers. This happens because human reviewers of AI testing content tend to favor responses that sound conventional rather than imaginative. Why does this happen? Studies show that people naturally gravitate towards text that feels familiar and straightforward, even when more creative options might be better. That preference gets baked into the AI's training process, reducing originality over time. Verbalized sampling is one solution to this challenge. Instead of requesting one answer, you ask the AI for several variations using the magic prompt we'll see on the next slide. For example, give me 5 different jokes about dogs, and we get back much more creative responses. The Stanford, Northeastern, and West Virginia University researchers suggest adding this one sentence or magic prompt before any creative text. Generate 5 responses with their corresponding probabilities, sampled from the full distribution. Instead of 5 nearly identical replies, you'll get 5 truly varied ones. For reference, I asked ChatGPT and Claude to write jokes about dogs, and many of the answers were identical between the two systems. When I used this prompt, I got completely different results. I thought the responses from Claude were more creative, but we are talking dog jokes. This approach boosts creativity and variety in AI-generated responses, roughly doubling creative quality in writing tasks without losing any accuracy or reliability. You can try this technique with any AI chatbot today, although the researchers say it performs best with advanced models of ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. It's essentially a way to tap into the creative potential that the AI training tends to suppress. Try combining this technique with other techniques we discuss in this presentation and in our blog articles. Add it to your agents or your gems. I encourage you to read the research paper. It's very interesting.
Explain the improved prompt, which starts with a description of the role of the prompter, the objective of the prompt, and the tone used to communicate to the customer. Then explain these instructions and provide a clear definition of the text the prompter is trying to generate. Let's include style rules too to help format the text and verify that the strengths are included.
Let's talk about how to transform AI speak into clear, compelling, evidence-based writing. From time to time, bid and proposal professionals will get AI speak from subject matter experts, or SMEs. However, what steps should they take to mitigate it proactively? Set writing expectations early. During kickoff or content planning, explain what good proposal writing looks like and that it's customer-focused and results-driven. Provide short examples showing the difference between generic AI-style text and evidence-based proposal prose. Use structured writer templates. Structured guidance helps channel technical input into valuable content. Coach your SMEs on tone and audience. Remind them that they're writing for evaluators, not themselves. Encourage plain, confident language and short sentences over jargon or buzzword. Request concrete evidence, not concepts. Ask SMEs for specific examples, performance data, or results instead of abstract descriptions. Don't accept, we provide industry-leading cybersecurity. Pair SMEs with proposal writers. Assign a professional writer to each technical lead. Writers can interview the SMEs, extract insights, and translate them into evaluator-friendly text before the drafts go off the rails. Review in stages, not at the end. Schedule short, early reviews focused only on tone, clarity, and compliance. Catching AI speak phrasing early avoids massive rewrites later. Provide a banned words or plain language list. Share a cheat sheet of words to avoid. Utilize synergy, best in class, and suggest clear alternatives like use, teamwork, proven method. Take a look at our Lohfeld blog, 100 Words That Kill Proposals. Use a strength-based review lens. When reviewing subject matter expert input, ask, does this show a strength or proof point? Is it tied to a requirement? Can an evaluator score it? If not, revise before it goes into the main draft. Train your SMEs on AI quality control. If SMEs use AI tools, teach them how to prompt for depth and evidence. For example, include specific metrics from our recent projects and on how to avoid AI speak pitfalls. Finally, reinforce the human touch. Remind the SMEs that their personal insight and experience are what differentiate your proposal. Encourage short anecdotes, lessons learned, or challenges overcome. Those details win points and build trust.
Remember this horrendous example with all the colors in it? Let's use the principles listed in the previous slide to turn it into a high-scoring proposal text. We took the AI-generated content and rewrote it by hand. Even though you have a great prompt to start with, you have to look at it, think about it, and rewrite it to be most effective. The rewrite works now because it ties to the RFP requirements, as you can see in green, focuses on the customer in blue, names a proven methodology in orange, provides evidence-based and quantifiable results in purple. If I had room on the slide, I would have ended with a summary of customer benefits. As you can see, this slide is written in an authentic tone that sounds like a knowledgeable professional now and not a marketing bot.
Bottom line, it's all about using the AI tools correctly and creatively. Get some solid techniques and tactics pulled together that help you in your daily content development, and continue to read about and experiment with new techniques for AI content generation, keeping in mind that the goal is to develop authentic sounding, evidence-based proposal text tied to the RFP requirements with quantifiable results that focus on your customer.
As bid and proposal professionals, let's use AI responsibly. We're offering a complimentary white paper describing which tasks humans should control and which AI should support. Lohfeld Consulting also teaches classes in GenAI for proposal professionals and modern proposal writing that provide hands-on learning related to how to apply AI to bids and proposals.
If you have any questions about our presentation, please email us and we'll be happy to follow up with you.